y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Vita, if you don't already know, and if you do know, then groovy. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. Yes, so if you are new here, I like to do movie reviews that pertain to rockabilly slash vintage slash pinup culture. And this is going to be a little bit different because it's not a movie, but this is kind of a mix of documentaries and movies all together. And I watched every single Bettie Page movie, so you don't have to. And what we're going to do is, I'm kind of going to rank these, but I'm going to try and go in order as well. Like, I'm not going to do, like, my favorite last or the one I like the best last or whatever. Or maybe I do. I don't know. It depends what some of these years are. But, yeah. So, I'm going to go in order from when each documentary or movie came out. So, that's where we're going to start. And we're going to start all the way to 1998. 1998, excuse me. Girl, got your notes again. Girl's got you some notes here. Okay. So the first one we're going to look at is Bettie Page, Pinup Queen from 1998. It is an hour and 37 minutes. You can find this on Tubi for free. And no, none of my stuff is ever sponsored. Tubi is literally free. Unless I say different about something, then yeah, Tubi and most of these are free, or I've already seen them before. So anyways, this is a film put out by Cult Epics, and there's not really much to say about this because if you're like me and when you were, 15 or whatever, and you watched every single one of Bettie Page's, little small dancing movies or whatever, off of YouTube. That's pretty much what this is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's literally a compilation of everything that she did with Irving Klaw and Verities and Stripperama and Teaserama, like those kind of show. Well, I guess it was a show. It was a variety show. Verities was. But yeah, it's pretty much what this is, which is a gem. If you're just looking for just Bettie Page and a little bit of Tempest Storm and, and if you know what I'm talking about with her little skits and stuff, then yeah, that ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's not a documentary and it's not technically a movie. So, but yeah, so there's that one. So next we're going to go into 1999, which is 100 Girls by Bunny Yeager. Now, if you know who Bunny Yeager is, she was a well-known pinup photographer back in the 1950s. A lot of different girls. And this does have Bettie Page in it. Not as big of a segment, but it has like a little segment about each girl that she's worked with and that really stood out to her. So, I mean, I wanted to throw it in there because, Bunny Yeager and Bettie were very, very close. So they did a lot of beautiful work together. So, especially with the leopards. That one. So, yeah. That is that one. You can also find that on Tubi. I think I already said that. Sorry if I repeat myself. Next. So, next we're going to get into 2004. 2004. And this is also a film by Cult Epics. It is actually one of the first films. It's not really like a documentary. It's kind of, has a girl playing her, which is, I did put her name down, Paige Richards. And it is called, Bettie Page, Dark Angel. It's an hour and 15 minutes. I'm just going to say this is probably my least favorite. The acting in it is terrible. The cuts in it are terrible. It goes from something that's irrelevant to something that she did. It doesn't go into detail about anything to like little mini, what did I call it? Like little recreations of the Irving Klaw films, which were cute, but it's like they wasted the whole movie of this girl doing that pretty much, making the recreations. So, I don't know. And I did find, because in one of these movies that I'm going to talk about, Bettie Page had a lot to say about it. Well, not a lot, but she's like, I don't like that. And I did find a little thing, which I will put here, where she didn't like it either. She thought the acting was shit. So, yeah. Or not this, the cutscenes or whatever. So, yeah. So, yeah, honestly, if I could rank anything on the list as being the lowest, it probably would be this one. Because I literally kept skipping and skipping because it was fucking boring and the acting was putting me to sleep. So, yeah, that is Bettie Page Dark Angel. So, yeah. Yeah, you can watch that on Tubi if you want to, free. You might have a different opinion than me, but I don't know. I just wasn't a fan. So anyway, we are going to go next into, we're going to stay in 2004, and we are going to talk about Bettie Page, The Girl in the Leopard Print Bikini. It is 52 minutes. You can find this on Pluto TV for free. I think you can find it on YouTube too, but I watched it on Pluto, which is a pain in the ass to operate on PlayStation 4. So just keep that in mind. It's very annoying to try to search for something on there. It took me a minute. Maybe it's just because I don't watch Pluto, but anyways. This is the first, like, official documentary that I have watched. I mean, I actually just watched it today because I like things fresh in my mind when I'm talking about them. So it is the first one that I watched today. It's not the first documentary I ever watched about her, but apparently it was one of the first ones. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a good, for 2004, but the thing is that it peeved me about this documentary is they shouldn't have titled it Bettie Page. They should have just titled it like, what's a word? Let's see. Exotica, vintage exotica, adult films, or adult industry, how it is went from like the 1920s to the 1970s. I think it kind of talked about the 80s a little bit. But yeah, it's just, it was more focused on, how sexual entertainment and stuff like that has differentiated and how more and more could be shown, because we all know that Bettie had to go to court for a couple of things, like the bondage stuff. So, yeah. And now it don't matter. I can just, it don't matter now. But yeah, it is a good documentary, but it shouldn't be called Bettie Page. It does talk about like some of her life and stuff, like, but like I said, it's just too focused on nudity and girly magazines and stuff from, the 20s until the 70s. So, and there is nudity in that as well. If that bothers you, I don't know. It don't bother me. So there's that one. All right. Next, we are going to talk about the movie, The Notorious Bettie Page. Now, which came out in 2005. You can watch it. I used to own it, but it's in the back of my car sitting in New Mexico from like 8 years ago now. So I don't even ask. But you can watch it on Hulu Premium, Prime Premium, and YouTube. You can pay for it on YouTube too. But Notorious Bettie Page. Now, I personally really liked. It has what's her name? Gwen. You can look it up. I'm not actually reviewing each and every, like going into detail like I usually do. So I'm pretty sure her name is like Gwen something though. If I'm wrong, I'll put it somewhere. It actually has Norman Reedus in it too. So very first time I ever watched it when I was like 17 years old, I was like, oh my God, it's fucking Norman Reedus. But anyways, I personally really like this movie. Now I know that a lot of it, Bettie Page was very upset, herself was upset with this movie because there's a thing where she got very upset and was in the movie theater or whatever and was like, that did not happen. This is horse shit, basically. So, although that may be, I still like the movie. I think it's a great movie. It's portrayed way better. It has way better acting in it. It's just put together much better than, what did I say, Dark Angel. I think that's the one I just said. Yeah, with the shitty acting. Yeah, like this one actually made sense though, I mean, I hate that it angered her so much, but I'm sorry, I really like this movie. Yeah, I would definitely rank that pretty high on the list for me. So yeah, there's that one. And last but not least, we have Bettie Page Reveals All, which was helped the community helped fund that. Like Michelin Pitt, you know, a lot of famous pinup girls that are modern helped fund it and stuff, and other people too. And yeah, it came out in 2012, and you can watch this for free on Tubi. And yeah, I think that this is the best one out of all of them. So yeah, maybe the best is last, which is funny because I did go in chronological order. No, I didn't talk about her little mini things that she did back in the 50s because that's not technically a movie or documentary that someone like put together. So, but you can watch those as well. I think one of them is on Tubi. I'm not sure, but I'm sure you can find it on the internet or your, I almost said VHS store. Wow. Okay then. But yeah, so Bettie Page Reveals All is the best. It's actually her. If you have not seen it, it is her. She never shows her face, but it is an actual interview with her, and they talk about her entire life, like everything that happened from like the time she was conceived basically till pretty much up to her death, and like what happened and why she went into, you know, off the face of the earth for a while and did not like being in the public eye, which I don't blame her, but hey, I do YouTube now. But yeah, so if you've watched any of these and you disagree or agree with me, but then, you know, let me know. I mean, yeah, this, if you don't know who Bettie Page is, why are you on my channel? Nah, this wasn't to actually talk about Bettie Page, but I would love to do a movie about her, or, oh my God, I'm Porky Pig. Porky Pig? That's why I'm a pig, guys. That's why I'm a pig. But I would love to do a video about her. But I know there's a lot better people with better stuff than I could ever do talking about her. So I'm probably not going to do that unless y'all want to see it or something. I don't know. But I probably won't do that. But if you don't know who she is, just watch Bettie Page Reveals All because it is perfect. Like, she is America's #1 pinup queen, and she still is to me and a lot of us in rockabilly land over here. So yeah, anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I will leave my other movie reviews linked and here, there, wherever the fuck, I don't know. But yeah, I hope y'all have a great day, and thank you for so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe because it really helps my tiny ass channel. And of course, as always, don't forget to keep it rockin'.
There goes another Bettie Page. Get with the chick, it's all the rage. He's a reader.